so cold this day, but it is well. It is that time of the year, the season of rain. You see, everything in this earth realm finds expression or manifests according to the pattern of times, seasons, and cycles. So it is no accident that we are having a rainy season down here in the motherland, in East Africa, Uganda to be particular. It is no accident that we have sunny weather, that you, brethren of ours in the diaspora, have autumn, spring, summer, and winter. So my point is, we have to be careful not to miss the season that is happening right now. There is a spiritual portal that is open over Africa and her descendants. The season of the global Black awakening is now. We ought to be extremely careful not to slip through another revolution, another revival. You see, it is by no accident that for all the centuries that we've been used, exploited, and abused, that we have been used to build for other people but ourselves. It is by no accident that it is this particular point in time, in history, this profoundly prophetic season in the history of Africa and her descendants, that we are waking up to the exploitation to which we have been subject for centuries. It is no accident. It was divinely preordained that at this point in history, we would awake. We would come to the realization that we are being exploited socially, economically, and culturally, politically, that we are being turned one against the other, being miseducated, brainwashed, and misused, and ill-treated. It is all preordained, and it is finding expression through the season that we are calling the season of the global Black awakening. We ought to be careful, as is with any season. If it is a time of rain, make sure that your seed is ready for you to sow into the ground. Otherwise, if you sow at the wrong time, at the slightly wrong time, you may miss the harvest. So I say to our brethren, about this season of the global Black awakening, we need to come together and harvest the fruit of the season. Otherwise, it's going to be another cycle of so many 100 years for this season to come back. We owe it to our brethren. We owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our offsprings, because we stand as gatekeepers in this profoundly prophetic season in the history of Africans globally, whether on the continent and abroad. Come together, we have to build jointly, economically, because we now know that our oppressors have continued to sustain their oppression over our economies and over our possessions through economics. They come as a group, so we cannot fight them individually. They come through economics, so we cannot fight them without launching initiatives in the direction, under the umbrella of economics. Because, as I said in one of the videos, that economics gives birth to business. Then businesses influence politicians. The politicians appoint the legislators, which legislators then manage propaganda. It is all connected. So we ought to come together and start aggressive, joint, collaborative economic action. Otherwise, we risk losing the harvest of this season. It is time that we wake up, dear brethren, beloved that are watching from the continent and abroad. Let us connect, cross-pollinate, and take joint economic action again in these times that we are living in right now. Because who knows if it will be another 1,000 years for a portal of a global African revival to open. Who knows? Let us make do with what is at our sight, in our sight right now, that is at our door. Our offsprings are at risk of being subject to the same captivity that we are subject to, that we have been subject to, if we do not take collective, decisive, affirmative action. It is a call to our diaspora brethren. Now is the time to stop looking at Africa as a jungle, looking at Africa as the land of the poor, sick, diseased, hopeless, and war-torn people. It is time that you look at Africa for what she really is, the land flowing with milk and honey, as the Holy Scriptures say. The land whose gold, diamond, silver, oil is good. The land with dark people, whose cities are very strong and fortified to the heavens. The land spoken of in the Bible. Yes, it is time for us to reconnect and rebuild economically. Thank goodness we already have a joint economic initiative in collaboration with you, brethren in the diaspora, that have been sending us funds. We have put together an initiative and we welcome you to be part of it. Remember, we are not overpowered, neither are we outnumbered. We are simply not organized, but we choose to get organized, to reunite, to collaborate, and take affirmative, decisive action. God bless you, beloveds. I bring peace and love from the motherland. Thank you for following our channel, the African Diaspora News Channel. Shout out to my brother Phil Scott for putting together this great platform and bringing content that is enlightening our brethren, bringing our brethren together. Thanks to our brother Kellen for always being there and directing me on how and when and who. So I'm very, very, very honored to be a part of this wonderful platform. And, we have birthed Africa Diaspora, the Africa Today broadcast. Please like and subscribe to our Africa Today broadcast. Share and turn the notification on so you know when we upload content. We welcome and encourage you to support us financially so we are able to get this joint economic initiative off the ground. And indeed, together, we are an unstoppable force. And this is the greatest fear of our oppressors. God bless you.